Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome to the part in this topic. We will start writing our program and the standalone program. In addition to the Hello World, this one is a little bit complicated. Okay? To give you some okay, impressions about the Kotlin program. So Um, this is actually a practice, so we will just quickly go through the uh, procedures for writing the program and give you some hints about how to achieve the functionalities. Then you may refer to the sample code or just try to write your own so that you will get a more in-depth feel of the Kotlin program. So create your first program, setting up the main function, how to set up the main function, and how to read the user input and performing the calculation, how to build the program. Okay. So the first, we would like to create our Kotlin program using the command line tools. So we need a text editor that supports the Kotlin syntax. So Kotlin program do not require class to hold the main function, making them concise for small programs. So it's easy, just define the main function as the hello world example. The main function serves as the entry point for the program. So this is similar to the C or C++ or even Java. Okay, but we just need to define the main function. Then in this practice, the goal is to create a calculator that can perform basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Assume the input format is okay, number one, white space, and operator, and number two. Okay. And the tokens are quite separated. Okay. So the main function right, would look like this. Right, in hello world, we just found main and parentheses and curly bracket. If you would like to access the command line options, okay, you may use args, and then its type is array of string. Right? Array of, so this is a generic, right? Generics in Java. So array of string. So you may choose this one, this one. And then how to read the user input. We can use the read line function. It reads a line from the console. And for read line, considering the case that the user may close the console input stream directly, so read line returns a knowable string, a knowable string. Right? For normal input, it returns a string. However, for some error cases or the end of string signal, it returns null. So it is a knowable string, right? Which means it can be null. We'll then later in our sample code, we will I will show you how to handle this in Kotlin using save calls and Elvis operator. Then for user input processing, right, we have for the given strings, we have three tokens. So we need to parse the tokens. Since they are quite separated, we can use the split method to split a string. Then we will also learn how to convert the string to numbers and then do the calculation. Okay, so for calculate, we can just define the four functions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then in the main function, after we read the user input, we can use the split to uh, Okay, in the split, we also need to specify the delimiter. So the delimiter is white space. Then, according to the delimiter, it returns a list of tokens. Suppose the token is a number in its string form. If we would like to convert it to int, just string value dot to int, and then it tries to parse the string into an int value. Then for arrow handling, we need to use try-catch because there could be number format error, could be not supported operator, could be the wrong expression format. So here is the sample code. You will see that we define the four functions: add, sub, multiply, and division. We use the single expression form to define the function body. Okay, so it returns int and equal the single expression. Then for the main function, okay, is here. Uh, we we don't use the args. So later when you build the program, there is a warning message that args is not used in this function. Okay? But that's just a warning message. So you may suppress the warning message by removing args parameter from the main function. Okay, now we read a line as the input, and then input could be null. Right? Input could be null, so we use the save call. Input question mark dot. That means it's a save call. Split. Right? If it is null, right? Input is null, token is null. Otherwise, we use the white space filter to split the input into tokens. Okay? So it returns a list of tokens. Then if right, here save call again, if tokens that tokens that size, and here list. So for this part, if it is null, we return -1. Otherwise, we return the size, the length of the number of tokens. And this part is the value, right? It's either -1 or a positive value, right? The number of tokens is not, if it is not equal 3, right? We expect in the user input string there are 3 tokens. So we just print wrong input format and then return. Otherwise, we use the when clause to determine. Okay? And here we assume after this point, tokens should not be null, right? Should not be null. If it is null, the value is -1 and it's not equal 3, so it will be returned from the main function. So tokens should not be null. So when tokens, right, 1, right, is the middle one, right, it matches plus, minus, star, or forward slash, and of course we call the corresponding function. While calling the function, we convert token 0 and token 2 to int. And here you will see that we don't need to specify the double exclamation again because within the context, since we've already evaluated the when expression, so inside the context, tokens uh, should not be null. So we don't need to repeat the specification or repeat the assertion again and again. Okay? Just inside the context, Whether it's no is already checked. Okay, so we don't need to assert. Okay, so this is the result. We get the computation result, and afterwards print result. We use the try catch to uh, wrap the code because while converting to int, number format error would occur. Okay, we cannot expect we cannot expect that the user always provide the correct format of the number. So we catch the exception and print the exception. Without the try catch, since in Kotlin it's always unchecked, so we will directly receive an exception message on the console. If you would like to customize the printed message, right, just catch the exception and do your formatting. So this is the simple code, and we call it arith.kt. Then how to build? Very similar to the hello world. We use Kotlin C, include the runtime, and then we produce the jar file called my math. Later we use JRE to execute the jar file. Okay? So this is the simple practice. A simple practice. Okay, so here are some concluding marks, right? That always pay attention to knowability. Always pay attention to knowability in Kotlin to avoid null pointer exceptions. And use Kotlin's powerful standard library function for string manipulation and collection processing. And remember, Kotlin is designed to be concise and expressive. So try to write a code that's clean and easy to understand. As you continue learning, experiment with different types of application and explore Kotlin's advanced features like coroutine and validation properties. Okay. Okay, so this is a simple practice, and hopefully you can write your own code without the assistance of the simple code.